that we have here, Maushami, must charge that Derek O'Brien has made that you rightly read out. He says that the microphone of the leader of opposition was switched off. It was turned off, and post that, the opposition party leader staged a walkout. This is what TMC MP Derek O'Brien says, that this is a deliberate attempt to stop the voice of the opposition who are raising questions on Manipur issue. Derek O'Brien says the leader of opposition's mic was switched off. Now tell us, on a day like this, when the parliament is on and you have ruckus, sloganeering, all sorts of chants, is this a common affair for those creating chaos, their mics to be turned off?
You know, this has been used again and again by Rahul Gandhi and many leaders of the opposition, that we are not allowed to speak in the House. Rahul Gandhi has said that your microphone is switched off when you want to raise against anything against the BJP government and Prime Minister Narendra Modi. As I see it, the Rajya Sabha is still on and the opposition members have staged a walkout. The India members have staged a walkout, alleging that the microphone was muted. Earlier, remember, in the lower house, when Rahul Gandhi was MP, he had accused that many a times when he wanted to counter with a question, his microphone, his audio was muted. There was an incident in the last session where, you know, the Lok Sabha was completely mute for a good 10 minutes when there was a lot of ruckus in the House over the suspension of Rahul Gandhi. So, you know, there have been charges that have been put over, you know, silencing the voice of the opposition in the lower and the upper house. A walkout by the opposition we've seen in the House of Elders, even as we see that the Rajya Sabha proceedings are still on, Nabila. The opposition benches are empty.
Right. Well, this is a charge that, like Maushami says, has been made by the opposition time and again, that opposition leaders are not allowed to speak. Their microphones are usually turned off to stifle their voice. At this point, Derek O'Brien claims that the leader of opposition's mic was deliberately turned off, and post that, the MPs of the opposition staged a walkout. What does this mean on the fourth day of the monsoon session? What kind of business was expected and what we see? That the turnout on the fourth day is exactly the same. Day 1, day 4, no change, a complete washout. 17 bills that the BJP had prepared to present, none of that seemed to be moving forward. A debate on the most important issue of Manipur itself hasn't happened.
You're right, Nabila. You're right, Nabila, you know, because the Prime Minister had also elaborated on the number of bills that have to be presented, and he appeared to present, he presented a picture of, you know, a very progressive India that would enable, you know, youth and, you know, the citizens of of the country, embolden the citizens, the new bills that will be brought in. But importantly, you know, at the center of the entire tussle is the Manipur row, you know, where opposition has been equating the fact that you're sending a Chandrayaan, but still the women in this country are not safe. So, you know, ever since the parliament kick-started the monsoon session, we've seen that there have been arguments and counter-arguments. There has been no common ground that the opposition or the government has come to terms with. There have been no back-channel talks that have really been fruitful, and, you know, a last-ditch attempt to, in fact, talk to the leader of the opposition by the top leadership of the Modi government. That has also not worked out. And with the Prime Minister launching a fresh attack on India Alliance, with the opposition walking out, you know, the chances of any business being transacted or those bills seeing the light of the day, unless in the din, seems very, very minimal, Nabila. So one will have to wait and see whether the no confidence motion is actually put to test. Remember, 50 members, I'm told, are needed at least in the lower house to bring that no confidence motion.
Right.
So perhaps the opposition could register a point. It does bring the government government, the actions of the government under the scanner, the fact that, you know, now both sides are indulging in headline management. It is about one-upmanship, the brinkmanship, about who scores more brownie points than the other. So the debate in the House has just been
in that case, then we're never going to see any kind of progress with this regard. Maushami, thank you very much. Maushami is in the Parliament, fourth day. The Parliament session has had, again, no fruitful outcome. In fact, you have the Rajya Sabha that's still on even as I speak.